Welcome, we have collected 5 of the most interesting events that took place on the 2nd of May in history. On May 2, 1312, Pope Clement V issued the papal bull Vox in Excelso, which officially dissolved the Knights Templar and transferred their property to the Order of the Knights of the Hospital of St. John of Jerusalem, commonly known as the Hospitallers or Knights of Malta. The fall of the Knights Templar began in 1307 when King Philip IV of France, who owed the Knights Templar a large sum of money, ordered their arrest and confiscation of their assets. The Pope initially resisted pressure from Philip IV and even ordered an investigation into the charges against the Templars. However, after long negotiations and political maneuvering, the Pope agreed to dissolve the order and transfer their property to the Hospitallers. The legacy of the Knights Templar continued to capture the imagination and became the subject of numerous books, movies and conspiracy theories. The King James Version of the Bible was first published on May 2, 1611 in London, England. It was created by order of the King of England James I and was the result of the work of 54 scientists from various universities and colleges in England. The King James Version is widely regarded as one of the most important and influential translations of the Bible into the English language. She is known for her use of language that is considered both poetic and powerful and has had a significant influence on English literature and culture. Today, the King James Version is still widely used in Christian churches, especially in the English-speaking world. It has been revised and updated over the years, but the original 1611 version remains an important part of English literary and religious history. The First Peace of Aachen, also known as the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle, was signed on May 2, 1668, ending the war between France and Spain. The war was fought over possession of the Spanish Netherlands, which was then controlled by Spain. King Louis XIV of France married Maria Theresa, daughter of King Philip IV of Spain, and claimed a right to the Spanish Netherlands through his wife's dowry. When Spain refused to cede territory to France, Louis launched an invasion in 1667 that led to war. The treaty was of great importance because for the first time Louis XIV was forced to negotiate a peaceful settlement. It also established the principle of the balance of power in Europe, which would be used to maintain stability on the continent for centuries to come. On May 2, 1945, the commander of the Berlin Defense Area, General Helmut Weidling, signed the official document of surrender, ending the Battle of Berlin and ultimately World War II in Europe. Weidling's decision to surrender came after a week of intense fighting in which the Soviets advanced significantly into the city, capturing important landmarks such as the Reichstag building and the Brandenburg Gate. He said on the radio that he was surrendering to avoid further bloodshed of innocent people and the destruction of the city of Berlin. The signing of the surrender marked the end of the war in Europe, although fighting continued in other parts of the world, particularly in the Pacific theater of war. Germany's surrender was officially accepted by the Allies on May 8, 1945, which became known as Victory in Europe Day. On May 2, 2011, the world was shaken by the news of the killing of Osama bin Laden, the leader of the Al-Qaeda terrorist organization, by U.S. Special Forces. The operation took place in the city of Abbottabad in Pakistan, where bin Laden had been hiding for years. The news about the successful operation was announced by U.S. President Barack Obama in a televised address. The U.S. President said that the operation was carried out by a group of U.S. Navy SEALs who were able to find and kill bin Laden. Bin Laden was the most wanted man in the world after the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon on September 11, 2001. The operation to kill Osama bin Laden was seen as a significant victory in the fight against terrorism. This demonstrated the resolve of the U.S. government and military and sent a powerful message to other terrorist organizations around the world. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you want to send, thank the authors and finance the development of the channel, there are links to several possible options for this in the description. Goodbye.